Something people really love about our platform is just how easy it is to send postcards to local businesses. In this video, I'm going to walk you through start to finish how to create a custom postcard, load it into the system, and get it sent out the door to the businesses you're trying to prospect. Here we go. When you're logged into the platform, the first thing you want to do is come on over to the Postcards tab. Right here in the Postcards tab, we're going to go to Postcard Templates. And we're going to start by creating a new template. We can give this a name, and we're going to call this one Rogers CPA, which is a completely made up company, but we're going to do this use case. And you may have a couple of options here. Just select custom. Either way, we're going to be building a custom postcard. And once we're there, we're going to create the template for that custom postcard. And we're going to walk through exactly how to do this. When this page loads, there's nothing here. And all we're doing is we're going to create the design and then load it into the system. And we're going to put some custom text here in our system so that it'll dynamically populate, which will make a little bit more sense here in just a moment. So to create our custom design, we're going to head on over to Canva. I think a lot of people are really familiar with Canva. And I just typed in a search for postcard B2B CPA services, and it's already building it for me. Magic Design came up with a pretty decent one that we can start with. Again, this is more about how to do the process, not necessarily how to design. So keep that in mind. My design skills are pretty awful, but we're going to get through this. So here is the layout of the postcard that we basically have just started to create. It gave us just the first page, which is fine. We'll go ahead and add a second page because we will have, essentially a front and a back. Expert CPA services for our business needs, count on us for success. I think that's actually pretty decent. And again, this isn't necessarily about design or messaging or content, but more so how to actually go through and build this. So one of the things that I've done is basically went ahead and grabbed some ideas for some text on things that I'm going to add into the design that we're going to load up into the postcard platform to go ahead and send it out. I like the design for the most part. Let's just assume that we do. And I want to use this area down here to drive a custom message. And so what that would look like is going to say, is business name missing the financial edge? I'm sorry, we're going to use the rated 5 stars by business owner across the greater, maybe like, Phoenix, across greater Phoenix or something like that. And let me just show you when we come back to this template, why I'm showing you that now and how we're going to go ahead and go about using this. I want to see if I can find 5 stars as an image. So just give me half a second. I'm going to pull that up here in a moment. All right. Let's say I like this one here. Whoa, that's huge. Let's bring that down, right? And Canva obviously gives us a lot of that opportunity, but I lost the great banner there. So that's back. We're going to bring this in, probably leave it right there. I'm going to drag this down and then, oh, there it is. I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to leave this space available for my text that I'm going to add once we bring this back over into MapLead's platform. All right, so here's the back of the card, and I'm going to do a lot of the text over in MapLeads, and I'll explain why once we get over there, mostly just to add some dynamic content. But keep in mind, this is all completely made up business and things. So I went ahead and Googled the logo for Rogers CPA and found something that we're just going to paste on here. There's lots of different ways you can set up the back of the postcard. There is a template available if you want to download that out of our platform, and it will box off where the postage area is, which is always on the bottom right of the card, on the back of the card. But I've done this enough times, I kind of have a general idea of where it is. And I'll explain a little bit more here as we go. Now, when I'm setting up postcards, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. I tend to like to be able to put a logo and stuff over on the top right. I try to keep a lot of white space and things like that where I can. And something I found interesting is just, adding like a line, down the page, something like this, just to give it a visual separation. Obviously, these colors are off and things like that, but we're going to do that there. And then what else did I want to do? So in the text, I want to try to give them a new client offer, right? So we're going to say 15% off your first year's services. And that I would like to stand out. So I want it to be maybe like an image and also text. So we're going to maybe, I would say like, just try to see if I can find a quick shape here, like one of those, something like this here. maybe. And let's see, how do I move this over? All right, perfect. And remember I said it was going to, let me just actually copy that text real quick. So let's see how this looks once we bring it over. And all right, so there we go. There we go. New client offer, and not bad actually. So we can probably work with this. I wouldn't mind doing that. And let's really highlight what it is that they're getting. So we'll probably put that into bold. And yeah, that's not the worst. Perfect. And maybe we want to give it a little bit of a spin like that, just to make it catch the attention. Let's see if we bring that. All right, we're going to leave it just like that. And okay, perfect. So this here, let's stretch that a little bit more. Doesn't necessarily need to be the whole postcard, but I think something like this, boop, wouldn't look the worst. I lost some of the curvature there. Let's bring that back. All right, let's call that, for this example, good enough. All right. The other thing that I'm going to do over here is just going to be a little bit easier, is on the bottom left there's a QR code, and we'll just say url.com. And I realize that's a little bit off the screen here, but I'm going to just go ahead and click generate QR code in Canva. And I did point it to a URL, but what I'm trying to do is make this be the place that they would scan to be able to get that offer. All right. So really straightforward, really easy to do. And yeah, let's head on over now and bring this design, because I think that we've got enough to show you how this works. I don't think I would send this postcard. The colors are way off, but you're getting the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically download the images of this postcard, bring it over to Map Leads, add the text, and show you how to send it. One thing we need to do before we move it is we want to do a resize on this. And so in the top left corner of Canva, there's a resize button, and you want to use the 9 inches by 6 inches postcard size. We'll go ahead and hit continue. And I'm just going to say resize the design, and that will give me the right size for what it is that we need. I can see that this shifted a little bit on me, so I'm going to bring that back. That's perfect. This all looks good here. Looks like maybe we've had a little bit more room within that. I tell you what, this is driving me nuts. I think it's a little bit too big. Let's bring this down a tiny bit and try to shrink that. Boom. You know what? That actually doesn't look awful like that. And we'll have that lined up there. And I think this is going to come over a little bit that way. And then something else we can do, a little trick to give ourselves a little more room up top as well, is you can even angle that a little bit. And then I keep it in mind, I'm going to have a print here of where that's going to be. Bring this down. All right. And I think that could do it. Take a look at what I have here for text. One sec. All right, this works. We are going to download it. And so just simply come over to share, click on download. I'm going to separate these out into 2 different pages, so I have 2 different files to bring into the system. A PNG is totally fine, so we're going to do page 1. I'm going to go ahead and hit download, and you're going to see that go through. This is working right now. And then, okay, great. So I got that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and download again, just so I've got it in two different pages. So check that, uncheck that. Here we go. Hit done and hit download again. All right. Once that's done downloading, we're going to head back over to Map Leads, and we're going to basically just click on the background image. And let's see, this is the front part of the card. So we're going to click on the background image. I'm going to go ahead and click upload an image. And when I do, this screen pops up. I'm going to click on upload here. It's going to open up your file manager, and you're going to select the file from where you just downloaded it from. I'm going to pause the screen, go ahead and do that right now. All right, I just did that, and you'll see there it is, loads up. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. And that's perfect. That looks really great. So that'll be the front part of the card. And don't forget, you got to hit save here. Now for the back part of the card, we're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm going to go ahead and click on upload an image and bring that image in now. All right, so here comes the back image of the card. Let's see how this ends up going. Keep in mind, you can design these things however you want. That's perfect. So I got the line coming just on the edge of where the postal area is. If there was printed anything here, you'll notice it's covered up by this box. That's just going to be a white box with the address and everything in it. It'll make a little more sense when I show you how to actually send one of these cards. Don't forget to hit save anytime you make changes. Great. So now what we're going to do is add a message. And the reason why I didn't just type, now you could have put whatever text you wanted in Canva and put it all right here. But the reason why I didn't do that in Canva is because I want to be able to use some of these dynamic tags and actually, so biz name. So what's going to happen is anywhere this tag is, which you can see right here, is going to be replaced with the content of that particular business. So that is why I want to do the text on this side. And then let's go ahead and add the rest of the text here for this particular part of it. And I'm going to just basically copy that. I'm going to bring it over here, hit enter. Let me just add that. And then it looked like I had put together a couple bullet points so we can frame this out here in a second as well. And so go ahead and hit enter and then hit paste. And then let's see. So we're probably, let's see here. So I'm going to bring that back, but then I'm going to highlight this. This is like any other editor that you're probably familiar with. So we've got that highlighted, and then we will just add in some bullet points right there. And I tell you what, I do want this to stand out. So let's make that bold, and then let's make, where is it right here? Let's make, right there, make that bold. And then let's see, it's doing auto saving. That's what you're seeing. And then we're going to make this one here also bold. Okay, great. And we're probably going to have to do some things. We'll check this out. Maybe make that bold. All right. So let's go take a look. So I'm going to close this and you go, what is this? It's just the way that it gets set up. But you're going to basically take and just open that up top to bottom, just like this. And what you're trying to do here is you just want to make sure that all of the text is within these blue bars, right? Like you don't want the text to be outside the blue bar like that. Why? Because the blue bars will never be able to go outside the print zone. And so as long as the blue bars are fully encompassing the text, like I'm showing you right here, then you'll always make sure that stays within the print zone. And so that way there will always print the way that you want it to. And that's pretty much, it, right? Like you've got two different, so I can see here, what I would do on this is, let's just say come down here. I got some extra space that I don't need. Take that out, close that out. Great. And then bring this up. Okay. And I'm just kind of pushing it to the top corner there. That's it. So that's how it's going to look. And again, now we've got the design there. We've got the text there. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to say? We already got the new client offer. And yeah, if you want to put something like, don't wait, give us a call. Or if you maybe don't want to do that because you really want them to go to the QR code, I think having something like a phone number is probably not the worst thing. And I'm actually just going to keep it in the same text box, but there are two text boxes that you could use. There we go. And boom. And then again, make sure that it's wrapped around the blue bars. Right there looks perfect. Close that out, hit save. Okay. Not the best looking postcard. I get that. Oh, sorry. I want to do one more thing here on the front. Right here. So like this, I'm gonna just copy that and I'm going to come over here. Here we are. And this, we might want to just make it bold. I don't know what font we were using, but let's just, I don't know, change it up. Maybe make it that, which I think I already did. And then, I don't know, like, let's see, highlight it again. And let's just say, maybe we want to make it a larger font. And then let's just click close. And same thing here. We got to actually open that up just like that. And then there are two boxes there, but let's see, this is the one we're working with. And we're going to put this together like this. Just like that. And let me just make sure that this font color is indeed black, and that's what we're gonna use. There we are. So let's hit save one last time. Last thing I'm going to talk about is this test mode and live mode. We're going to leave it in test mode. If it was in live mode, it's going to send it automatically. In test mode, That just simply means that we can see what the postcard would look like without actually sending one out the door. There we are. We are now all set. I'm going to take one last look at it before I navigate over to show you how to send one. And so here we are. So it looks like everything's saved and saved well. Loads great. I probably would have made this text a little bit bigger. Actually, I ended up shrinking it down. But I think that this is good enough for this example. Now there's a couple ways you can send postcards. You can do one if you knew the address or whatever and you wanted to send it off, you would be able, to do that. One thing I'm going to do here real quick is, actually, I'm just going to set this to live mode for this purpose of showing you. So now if I wanted to send a postcard, I had the address. You can see the postcard template it's right there, and I can just click send postcard just by putting the name and the address of the person. Other ways I can send a postcard is from this page here. Very easily, we can go to this Keller Williams and I could say, click on send a postcard and go find that one, which is right here. And for this one, I'll go ahead and say, put it in test mode. And you'll see that this is going to be sending that particular postcard. So we just sent it to that business. If I wanted to send it to this business as well, I could very easily do that just by clicking send again. So we can go through and just one-off send them. The other thing we can do is we could switch over to list view. Now from list view, what I could very easily do is I could just simply click, select all. And you'll see I just selected 77 businesses now. And I can click on send postcard. And what it's going to say is, oh, this is the one that I just sent the postcard to. So yeah, perfect. You're going to see 77 of these businesses on the list. 6 of them don't have a mailing address. And also the one that I just sent, it picked up on and noticed that. So we don't want you to accidentally send multiple postcards to many people. You just simply click, I understand. And then all I have to do is click continue and then pick the template that I want. And as soon as I hit send, that's going to automatically send out all of those postcards. So I'm going to pause here and not send out all those postcards, but that's how simple and easy it is to do. Now, the postcard that we did send, I want to just quickly show you that. So here it is here. And when I click on that, you'll see the postcard as if this was printed and would be sent out here in the mail. I see though that this is not actually populating the city as expected. Let me take a look at that. I think I know what I did. So that's the text. So I'm going to go on text 1. So you see what happened is I didn't put in the right tag. So it didn't work. Let's watch this though. So we're going to say biz city. Now, boom, there's that. Hit save. Don't forget, close. And let's go back here and another postcard. And we're going to send it to this company here. We're going to say send postcard. Let's throw it back into test mode and hit send. And that's going to go ahead and send the postcard. And here in just a moment, we're going to open this up and take a look. It looks like our postcard is now done. We'll go ahead and click on view postcard. And you can see the difference now across Greater Decatur. So that's the city that they're in. So they're obviously going to know, what that city is. And now you can see. So the difference is when we didn't do it right, it printed the city, but when we did it right, it automatically filled that in. Now, here's the other cool thing too, right? Is Barry Realty missing the financial edge it deserves? When we look at the other postcard, it says, is Keller Williams Realty missing the edge that it deserves? And so the great part about that is it is going to really customize these postcards for the prospect or for the person that you're sending these off to. And that's it. It's like really that easy, that straightforward. You can do different things with the QR code, track different things any way that you want. And that's it. Hopefully this was helpful. If you run into any issues, questions, concerns, please do reach out and look forward to helping. Thanks so much.